Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And first things first, I would like to thank you all for coming today. Your support means a lot to me. It is an honor to be receiving the award of Eagle Scout after these past 11 years in this great program. During these 11 years, the Boy Scouts has provided me with a lot of opportunities to experience and learn new things. During this time, I learned to tie knots, to cook in the woods, and more importantly, clean in the woods, to navigate with just a map, to swim in survival situations, to set up a camp, and pack it up the next day, to make friendships I'll never forget, to work with others to accomplish tasks. To speak in front of others and teach them skills like these, to manage time and resources, to lead a team, and many other lifelong skills. But the most important thing I've gotten from Scouts has not been any of the requirements I needed for Eagle Scout. The most important lesson I've learned is how to power through the tough times and complete the requirements for whatever the task may be. I've always enjoyed when we climb a challenging peak on a trip. I love sitting on top of a peak I just used everything in me to climb, enjoying the view and celebrating my accomplishment with everyone else who climbed it too. It's an amazing feeling, and I'm enjoying that feeling today. But now that I stand up here in this position, I realize that the most important part of the climb is not the summit, but the journey to get there. It's the moment when you're standing on the side of the pit, when you're panting on the side of the trail, wanting to collapse, and you decide that you're going to keep moving and make it to the top that is most valuable. It's the journey which makes you strong enough to reach the next summit, on the next highest mountain. I would like to let all of you know who are sitting in the place where I've been sitting for years, that life is a journey, not a destination. Have you ever stopped to think about why Lord Baden-Powell decided to name us Scouts? He could have named us anything. The definition of a scout is a soldier or other person sent out ahead of a main force so as to gather information about the area ahead. Militaries use the information that the scouts obtain to prepare their soldiers and strategy for what's ahead. It's no coincidence that the Boy Scouts motto is be prepared. The difference is that we're not preparing for battle. We're preparing for life. We're growing up. However, in Scouts, troop members, I've shared this experience with troop members who I like to call my friends, and that's what makes me a Boy Scout. I've always found great value in the ending lines of the movie Stand By Me. I never had any friends later on like the ones I had when I was 12. Jesus, does anyone? I think the reason friends from this time of life are so important is because you're transitioning from being a dependent boy to an independent man. To do that, you have to learn who you are in this world. It's a very uncomfortable experience. And the idea that your friends are going through the same thing with you is very comforting. So now, I would like to thank all of my fellow troop members, and especially Will and Wes Curtis, because they're the only guys my age who stuck with it all the way through. There's an old African proverb which says that it takes a village to raise a child. This saying basically means it takes an entire community of different people to help you grow up and be molded into someone with great character. Today, I'd like to adjust that proverb to say, it takes a troop to raise a scout. And man, is Troop 93 of a troop. Not only did I have great big brother scouts to look up to, but this troop has more adult leaders than any other troop I've ever seen. I was also lucky enough to be raised by two troops, Troop 93 and Troop 396. Right now, I'd like to take the time to list off many of the members of my village. Mr. Beckham, Mr. Green, Mr. Philpott, Dr. Clinton, Mr. Curtis, Mr. Kane, Mr. Underwood, both of them, Mr. Love, Ms. Farmer, Mr. Grimmer, Mr. Parker, Mr. Rice, Mrs. Rice, Mr. Casey, Mr. Finkel, Mr. Hott, Mr. Ritchie, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Clausen, Mr. McGraw, Mr. Decker, Mr. Duck, Mr. Van Ness, and last but not least, my parents. I would like to thank all of you and anyone else who has been involved in my process of growing up, because I wouldn't be here today without each and every one of you. I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing because of the impact it has on the lives of many young men, and I strive to one day have the same impact on the generations after me. Now it is time to award my mentor pin. I had a lot of options for who I could have given my mentor pin to, because there have been a lot of great people who have helped me along the way. But there was never a doubt in my mind about who I was going to give it to. Scouting has taken me a lot of different places and given me a lot of different experiences. I've met people from all backgrounds and all places. But only one man has been there with me to help me through it all. He's always pushed me to do my best in everything I do. He's always told me, you can never finish till you start. He's always been there to help me with what I'm doing, but still push me to be self-sufficient. I've always been able to talk out my leadership difficulties with him and bounce my days off with him. He worked many long, hard hours with me on my Eagle project, late into the night, and paid lots of money to give me all of my experiences. Because of this, I would like to award my father, Kurt Ramsey, with my medical lieutenant.
Thank you, Eagle Scout Jim Ramsey.